here tonight. My wife here is our board chairman in the Sanford Callahan. And hold on a minute, I got two calls locked out. Okay. Y'all come on in, folks. But like I said, Ethel is our board chair, and Mr. Earl Gleason was just called, and he also works at a hospital, and said that he would not be able to be here. That's Earl Gleason Jr. from Lakeview. And we do have Bert Rogers, which is our secretary. Stand up, Bert, if you will. And Kenny Buffetti, which is not here yet, from Lakeview. Alex Lewis, Mike McCrae, and Bill Jr. Let's give them an applause because these don't get anything except to help us, and they're here for the kids in the school district, and believe me, they're super people to deal with. At this time, I'm going to introduce the principals, and I'm going to let them come up and tell about their teacher of the year. And we're going to start with East Elementary, Miss Bobby Walters. Bobby thinks that she's going to retire this year, but we got plans for her. Come on up. Bobby, who hired you?
Mr. Rogers.
That was when I was principal at East Elementary.
And don't let him tell you the story. Tonight it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Candace Bohassick, our East Elementary Teacher of the Year. Ms. Bohassick is a Dillon native. She attended, let me get this right, East, Gordon, Maple, J.D. Martin, and Dillon High. So she hit all of them. She graduated from Francis Marion University with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. And then she received a master's degree from USC Upstate in early childhood education. Candace did her student teaching at East, and she quickly caught my eye. She did such a good job that when she graduated in December, we hired her to fill in for a teacher who was leaving early at the end of the year, or not at the end of the year, I think it was in December, who retired early. So Candace is now taught at East Elementary for 2.5 years. She's a fairly new teacher, but she's taught 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. And she's made quite an impact on our school. She came in and formed very strong relationships with our teachers. She's a big help to anyone at school who needs help. She's active in community organizations, and she uses those contacts to provide good opportunities for our school and our students. It's very evident that Candace loves teaching. I think she was born to be a teacher. She's married to Coley Bohassick, and they have 3 beautiful children. And her family has become part of our family because not only does Candace do a lot for our school, but Coley, the kids are always there helping anytime we have a school function. And we just learned to love her. So on behalf of the students, the teachers, and the parents at East Elementary, I just want to say congratulations and thank you for all that you do. We love you.
Congratulations. You made a big impression in 2.5 years. Okay, next, before we go south, Mr. David Stanley, would you come up, please? Mr. Stanley's a Parks man, and they have been a part of this for quite some time, but I wanted to ask him to come up here. He had a special presentation that he wanted to make.
You know, it's really fascinating the amount of work the administrators and teachers do from schools. And occasionally we catch, a lot of words, people talking about someone really special that goes a little farther than everybody else. So we talked amongst the administrators and we decided to recognize this individual and do something a little special for her. Dr. Goins, you step up here, please. I've never done this before, but for a change, we're going to recognize Dr. Goins' effort with a new car. And I hope you enjoy it. It's a... We appreciate all you do. Oh, those are office keys.
Thank you so much.
I think he want to get you back to stage. So he asked me, could he have a moment with you? Okay, Louise, come on back up. Still up.
Yeah, he got me on that one. And I make me sing that song for you. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. It is my great pleasure to present to you South Elementary's Teacher of the Year, Miss Sarah Rare. Miss Sarah Rare comes to us from England, Arkansas. She's a graduate of Arkansas State University with a degree in early childhood. Ms. Rare has been in this district for 12 years. She's worked at Stewart Heights, Lakeview, and presently teaches 5K at South Elementary. What I like about Ms. Rare is she has 5K at heart. I have tried to get her to do something that we don't do in this district, but I wanted her to travel with her 5K all the way to 3rd grade because she was so good with the class. And I just felt like all that she puts into the class, and she just traveled with them all the way to 3rd grade, it would be a phenomenal class, but she just refuses to leave 5K unless she has to. That's what she says with a sad face. But she is so artistic, and her bulletin boards are just outstanding, and whenever we want to have a program or put something together, she can just come up with these ideas, and it just turns out wonderfully. And her kids, I love to go in the classroom because they're always fantastic. By January, they're putting sentences together. They can write a sentence. They can go pick out words and make a sentence. And I'm just so amazed at what she does from August until January. And at the end of the year, we have those readers, and we have some kids that test 1st grade before the last math test, and she's just a phenomenal teacher, a phenomenal person, and I was so excited when she won this year. I was jumping up in my office saying, yeah, it's her turn, you deserve it. She's just a great girl, and she feels like my child. I don't know if I feel like mom. I probably act like mom, but anyway, I'm glad to have Miss Rhea with us at South Elementary, and she deserves to be Teacher of the Year. Thank you.
Thank you for your job. Okay, Stewart Heights, Dr. Wendy Pace has not been able to be here tonight, but Robin Floyd is standing in. She has done that many times before over the years. We welcome Robin here. Come on up, Robin, and tell us about it.
Okay, I'm proud to introduce Sanford Callahan, Sandra Bethea Callahan. She's a native of Dillon. She got her undergraduate degree in early childhood education at Francis Marion. She also got her master's from Francis Marion in learning disabilities. She's been teaching 23 years. She's taught in 1st, 2nd, and currently she's in kindergarten. And we're so glad that she's having a great year this year with her kindergarten children. She became a teacher because she enjoys children, loves working with them, and she loves to see children grow and learn and accomplish a lot. And so we're just so glad she's been with us most of those 23 3 years at Stewart Heights. Sandra's married to Greg Callahan. They have 3 children who all came up in the Dillon schools as well. Jamie, he's a ball player with the minor league for the Red Sox. Rebecca, who's at Francis Darlington Tech currently studying nursing, and the mother of their first granddaughter. And Duncan, who's also at Florence Darlington Tech, and he's playing baseball for that school as well, studying sports medicine or to become a therapist. But we're pleased to have Sandra, and I'm thrilled to have worked with her for the whole time she's been at Stewart Heights. And she's adapted to each grade level she's been in and done a wonderful job. Congratulations.
I've known Sandy since she was little, but she does a good job, and I know you appreciate her. And all those Fays are in Callahan's are in baseball.
That's right.
So we're proud of them.
Thank you.
They're part of Dillon High School, I know that. Lakeview Elementary School in Walsh. And can you tell, a lot of these ladies are homegrown. They came through the system, and thank the good Lord they came back to be with us and to share with the kids that are in our community. Okay, Kim?
I am very proud to introduce tonight Miss Jan Powers-Peniel. I may have to put my glasses on. This has been very difficult for me to get accustomed to wearing glasses. So if I put them on, that's because I can't read my notes in front of me. But this is Jan's 20th year in teaching and serving as an administrator. She's wore both hats, and she's done a fantastic job. She came to us about 4 years ago and very quickly became a leader in our school. She is teaching 5th grade for us, and here's where I have to put my glasses on. She earned her bachelor's degree in elementary education from Coker College. She earned her master's degree in reading literacy from Walden University and a master's degree in educational leadership from Cambridge College. So she comes to us with a wealth of knowledge. And I think what's so important that we need to remember about this award is I could stand here and tell you many, many wonderful things about Jan. She has been a help to me because she comes with that administrative background. But I think what we have to remember tonight that's so important is that their colleagues, the teachers, choose the teachers of the year at our school. And so, with that said, that it means a whole lot when your colleagues say that this is our teacher of the year and they vote for you, and she's very well loved at our school. So I kind of went around today and I just asked a few people as I saw them in the hall and in their classrooms, I said, when you think about Ms. Powers-Peniel, tell me something that stands out, or just choose one word. And amazingly, it was the same words over and over and over again. It was the same thing I would say about her as well. She is very professional at all times. She is probably the best dressed person in our building. She comes to work dressed very professional. Her appearance is always professional. Her attitude, the way she handles parent conferences, the way she works with students is just amazing. And so that was one of the words that came up today. Another word that came up was how she handles her classroom management with dignity towards the students. She works very hard to maintain a very respectful relationship between her and her students, and then teaching her students how to be respectful to each other. So she is respected in our building, and last but certainly not least, she leads by example. If you watch Jan throughout the day, that professionalism shows up all day long, that respect, and other teachers follow right behind her. So I'm very proud to announce Jan Powers-Peniel as Lakeview Elementary Teacher of the Year.
Okay. Gordon Raymond Whitfield III.
Good evening. I want to introduce our Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Sarah Lynch, her husband Trey. Ms. Lynch was voted Teacher of the Year. This is her 4th year teaching at Gordon Elementary School. Well respected by her colleagues, well loved by all students, even the ones she don't teach. Does an excellent job, has really become one of the gems of Gordon Elementary School. We are very excited to have her. She's heading up our STEM program also too. So we're very, very excited. We've got a lot of fun things planned for Ms. Lynch. And we're also working on making sure it smells good also too. So I want to introduce to you our Teacher of the Year, Ms. Sarah Lynch.
Okay, Dillon Middle, Rodney Cook.
Good evening. I'd like to recognize Dillon Middle School Teacher of the Year, Cheryl Carter, as one who promotes excellence in teaching and learning. I want Coach Carter to know that everyone, and I mean everyone, at Dillon Middle School notices and appreciates her effort, commitment, and professionalism that she shows on a daily basis. No matter the task, whether it's volleyball coach, Success for All reading teacher, physical education and health teacher, Coach Carter gives her best effort, and that effort always proves to be more than 100%. Her hard work in organizing an outstanding Dillon Middle School field day is unsurpassed. That's one of the brightest days of the year when we have Coach Carter out there working. The kids absolutely love it, especially this past year when we had water days. It was filled with water and they absolutely loved it. We have many good teachers at Dillon Middle School, but Coach Carter is a shining example of one of the best. Tonight, please congratulate Coach Carter on holding the honor of Dillon Middle School Teacher of the Year.
Yeah, she's worn many hats in Dillon District 2, well respected by all of her colleagues. Dillon High School, Mr. Timothy Gibbs. He is also the new principal. Hadn't been here but, what, about 3 months, Tim?
That's about right.
Yeah. Well, we were praying about that. He walked in the door and was an answer to a prayer. We are tickled to death to have him here. And we look for good things at Dillon High School under his leadership.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. I'd like to present to you Miss Shade Campbell. She told me to keep it short and sweet. She don't want to stand here that long, but she's been with us for 7 years. She came to us through the PACE program, and she said she never really thought about being in education. She thought she was going to be a housewife. Well, surprise. She's here with us now, and she has done a fabulous job. And I'm going to tell a little story about her that I didn't tell her. She doesn't know. My first week at Dillon High School, as I'm walking through the building, going to all the classes, making sure everybody sees me, I stumble across her class, and as I'm looking through the window, I don't see her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've lost a teacher on the first week of class. Mr. Rogers is going to kill me. What am I going to do? And I'm like, the kids are looking at me through the door. I'm like, come open the door, because I'm still getting my keys, didn't have all my keys yet. And I'm looking, I'm like, where is this young lady? She's supposed to be in here. And the kids were so nice, and they were calm, and they were working. I'm like, well, what is going on? And as I got through the door, I noticed her at the back of the classroom, down by the desk, just working hard, diligently with this student. And you love to see those type things, because some teachers, they get on their soapboxes in front of the class, but she's one of those teachers that she's going to go out into the aisles, she's going to get down on her knees if she has to, and she's going to be right beside that child teaching them the entire time. And those are the type of teachers you want in your building. So to have her as the Teacher of the Year is deserving of so, because she does not mind taking that extra step to make sure that child understands what's going on. She almost gave me a heart attack, but I'm glad I can take those type of thrills in the day. And I also got to know her with her, and I expect to see great things from her. I know she's going to surprise me with a lot of great things this year. So I present to you again, Miss Shay Campbell.
Congratulations. And you know, every one of the ladies that we've had up here, I don't think we got have a man this year, do it. All of them are ladies, are so well deserving, and each and every one that have come up here are a shining example of what goes on in the classroom and why we feel like we've got some of the best teachers in South Carolina. And listen, their faculties are the ones that have been here tonight. Not the principals, not the administrators. It's the faculty. And oh yeah, we still got Lakeview High School. I'm sorry. I didn't have my glasses on. Come on up here, Tamara.
I feel cheated.
Well, that's what you get for coming in late. Tamara, and believe me, she has been a pleasant surprise since I got Lakeview for the job that she does. And Mr. Arnett has had hip replacement. I had knee replacement, and that's why you probably see me shifting back and forth. But Mr. Arnett had hip replacement, and Tamara is the assistant principal, and she's come to do the honors. And believe me, Tamara and I have worked very closely together since we have consolidated. So Tamara, go ahead and do what you should have done a few minutes ago.
And remember, I'm always mommy first, so I have to be mommy today. It gives me great pleasure, and it is a privilege to introduce Lakeview High School's Teacher of the Year, Miss Laura Gaddy. After 30 years of service, the faculty and staff said it was time to give this jewel her crown. Mrs. Britt's career began after earning a Bachelor of Music degree in Music Education core with an emphasis in piano performance from the prestigious Commerce College Daniels School of Music in 1984. Mrs. Britt taught piano in the pre-college department while systematically worked as a substitute teacher in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Mrs. Britt was employed as an elementary school teacher, music teacher in Carleton County. Once she honored her skills, Mrs. Britt returned to Lakeview, her home, with the goal of giving back to her hometown. She is a native of Gaddy's Mill community and the daughter of the late Hardy and Nancy Gaddy. Mrs. Britt's late husband, Richie Britt, and daughter Caitlin are Lakeview alums as well. Throughout the course of Mrs. Britt's teaching career, she has led additional chorus performances in groups. She continually dedicates herself to the community by teaching piano, aiding local choral groups, and providing support for students aiming to broaden their musical talents. Mrs. Britt is a lifetime member of United Methodist Church of Gaddy's Mill, where she has been the pianist for over 40 years. Her ultimate aspiration is to cultivate an appreciation for music among all her students at Lakeview, and as a form of both expression and personal growth. Miss Laura Britt has been a true team player at Lakeview. We share her with Lakeview Elementary. So she has to drive really quick to get back and forth to Lakeview Elementary and Lakeview Middle. So we thank you, Ms. Laura, for all your hard work and dedication. I appreciate you because anytime I ask, you always come with no complaints. So please give our Teacher of the Year, Ms. Laura Britt, a round of applause.
And at this time, if all 8 teachers would come back, all 8 teachers.
While they're coming up here, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Mr. Ricky Blum, who passed away this past summer. David, that was with Horace Mann for how many years?
Me?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about
Ricky, about 32.
about 32 years. And Ricky was the one that started the main office and acknowledging the teachers of the year. And we're really going to miss Ricky. And he was the one that started this. David, which bought out the company, has very graciously continued the gifts for the teachers of the year. Okay?
On behalf of Horace Mann, Dillon County, thank you for what y'all do. I mean, to make teachers of the year, excellent, right? All right, now, let's see. East, Ellen, are you in order? Good. South? Stewart Heights? Lakeview? Elementary? Gordon? Dillon Middle? Dillon High? Let's say a character, right? Again, I love coming here. This is one of my highlights of the year because it is wonderful food. I told Crystal, I sat down, I said, I had a protein shake for breakfast, a protein bar for lunch. And she said, wow. I said, yeah, I was saving up for the night. I'm glad I did it this afternoon. Thanks for including me.
We thank you for what you do and the representing Horace Mann to these teachers and the thanks that you show to them for the job that they do.
I appreciate the opportunity.
It's his birthday today, too.
It's David's birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Nobody promised you were going to say happy birthday.
So what now? You want a song now?
Yeah.
Okay,
The winner is?
the winner is District Teacher of the Year, which, what, $1,000 goes with that?
Before taxes.
Before the IRS gets theirs, it was $1,000. So what Mr. Stanley and Ms. Radley gave, hopefully will kind of take up the slack from the IRS. But the District Teacher of the Year, voted by the committee that was selected to read and to make a decision, is, no, I'm serious. See, I'm not going to do like Kim and that's what happened to me earlier. Okay, Candace Bohassett, come on up. Yeah, you got it. You get 2 minutes for this, okay? All right. You got it?
One more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, come on in. Let's get this up. You got it? Okay, thank you. I'd like also to introduce board member that just come in, Kenny Bethay. Kenny, stand up and let them see who you are, buddy. And we thank you for the job that you do. Congratulations, Candace. Congratulations to every one of you. As far as we're concerned, you're all Teachers of the Year. But someone has to be chosen, and we appreciate your participation, and we thank you again for what you do for these kids in our school district. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right, as we conclude the night, I too want to thank everybody, and Ms. Bohassic, congratulations to you. You certainly sound most deserving, and I know Ms. Walters is awfully proud of you. Before everybody breaks up for the evening, I would like the 8 teachers and the principals or the representatives to stay just a few minutes so we can get a couple pictures for the website and for the newspaper. I would also like to thank again David and Crystal Ratley. I can't say enough positive things about Horace Mann. Crystal keeps me straight, and I have a fleet. So I appreciate everything y'all do for me personally and for the school district. Also, I did want to mention Schaefer Distributing. They too donated some drinks for our Teachers of the Year, and that's always something nice that they do, and we certainly appreciate that. The judges this year were Ruby Carter, Carol Rogers, and Bill Moody. They had a hard job, and I sure am glad it's not me having to do it, but we do appreciate all 8 teachers and the work that they do. And at this time, the program concludes, but again, if y'all would just wait a few minutes so we can take a few pictures, and the board members will go on for their meeting. Thank you.
I'd like